Okay, we have such movement, great movement from image.
Now we're on the sheeter.
Image register to cuts. That's really the #1 problem that I've been hearing. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to see it has a phaser, it has a sprocket in the gearbox, and then it has a V-clutch. We're going to see where wear and tear is. To check it, you have to loosen up the belt. Because it's under tension. When it's under tension, you don't see it. The belt is loose. I'm grabbing the input of the gearbox. I'm holding it tight, and I'm going to move the phaser, and I'm going to show you how much movement we have in here. We roughly have about a 1/4 inch movement.
Yeah, you held the inside, and then the phaser's moving about a 1/4 of an inch.
Yeah, so you have a line shaft, you have an input shaft, and an output shaft. So I'm grabbing the input shaft to hold it straight, and then I wobble the...
should there be a little wobble or not?
No.
Zero wobble.
Yeah, because that every time the sheeter cuts, the cylinder or a gap or the blanket hits, there's a shock, and this is actually bouncing and vibrating.
So wobble is also just going to get worse over time, correct?
Yes. Yes, and so if I'm trying to troubleshoot a register problem, I have to look at the condition of the line shaft all the way down, and I have to look at every gearbox. Unfortunately, on this press, the sheeter has issues in the phaser gearbox. The perf unit has issues. Number 8 has issues, which is the worst. Number 7 has issues. Number 6 has issues in the phaser gearbox. These are harder to troubleshoot because you got to loosen the belt, you got to do certain things. But these are keyway problems, and we're trying to hold cut sheet until bells are improved. You'll never hold good register and tug off. And if we're trying to spec if the spec for tolerance is at 15 thousandths, well, if I have 1/4 inch play, that's 100.
This would have been common for you to install this press to check this.
Yeah.
Even if it was a used press, you would have checked this.
Yeah.
And if you had found this just on a used press, this would have been alarming.
Every time I go review any used press, either if I'm buying it or for a customer, the very first thing I do is I open up all the gear guards and I look at the drive shaft. I do that all the time. I review presses, and these are the common areas of failure, but these are the biggest. You solve these problems, you get the biggest bang for your buck. These will they'll make the press print very poorly. These are the tight tolerances.
And once you create the wobble, is it not safe to say once that wobble effect starts, now the longevity of that press really goes down exponentially?
Yeah. The quality. And if the Denny press, this is an Achilles heel. This is not the best tight tolerance, but as a technician, when you put this together, there are certain Loctite and you want a mechanism to make sure that you have it tight, proper, because you can work on it and in 6 months it's totally worn out again. So it's very important that you understand if there's wear or tear on the output shaft of the gearbox, which should be, if I mic it, if it's 0.9999, that's 1/1000th underside, or if there's wear, or if the keyway's not right. On your more sophisticated presses, even on the keyway, we screw the keyway into the journal so the keyway has a tight fit. A lot of these keyways are slip-on and the guy just can't put it on by hand, but if they're really looking for quality and longevity of register, you use better technical skills to provide that. Just by hand fitting a keyway is important.